Welcome to the Woodbury Word. I'm Wood.
And I'm Dre.
And we're coming back at you guys with the rest of the conversation with my man, Jay Gatz, with Real Black Menswear Media Group and all the things that they're doing over there. And we're just going to hop right back in, Jay, man. Man, we know the game changes. It's inevitable. And you guys highlighted Rich Fresh in your inaugural issue of the magazine as one of the creative trailblazers in today's fashion.
Yes.
Where do you see fashion going? Because Rich came and moved the tracks on Cats. Cats was
turned it upside down, man.
Well, you know what, man? It's interesting because you guys are in the business. You deal with guys daily, and that is one thing. And I'll be honest, I don't sell custom clothing anymore. I'm completely out of it. I'm full-time writing now. But one thing that I do know is my experience. Most gentlemen that I have come across wanted to be somewhere in the middle. They didn't want to be too dressed up, but they didn't want to be too casual. And that's really what I think Rich Fresh has done. I think he's brought to the market a non-formal tailored option. And that's really where most guys want to be, tailored, but not too formal. So I think that alone was a game changer. It's been a game changer because, essentially, whether you make custom clothing or you do ready to wear, I think everyone is in search for a better casual option now.
Yeah.
Everybody. Not to say that that's a bad thing, but it's been moved from that perspective. From a marketing perspective. Well, first of all, let's just put it out there. Rich Fresh is the hottest designer right now. He's the hottest right now. Between the tracksuit, which is the most superior on the market. It's the best on the market. The bespoke program, and the mask. What else do you need? What else? What other designer? You get right. What other designer is doing it like that? And I'm gonna tell you another reason why Rich Fresh is gonna be successful, and he's been successful. Because one, he's very down to earth. He's very down to earth. He's a very approachable guy. He's not a douche like a lot of guys were. Yeah. See, a lot of the branding aspect, and we're talking about this now, and I hope a lot of people see this. So if they've made this mistake or they can learn from this experience. See, people now they investigate who they do business with now due to a lot of the things that have happened. People investigate who they spend their money with now, or at least more people are starting to do it. So for a guy like myself, this type of transition was relatively easy for me because I've been talking to my followers for years. There's nothing new for me here. Whereas a lot of guys in the menswear industry a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, was kind of feeling themselves and they were being douchebags, and they've been douchebags to people that they wanted to buy their product. But now a lot of brands are suffering because you were an asshole to all these guys. And now, due to, with platforms like RBM Media, a lot of people are losing. But when you factor in brands like RBM Media, brands like Rich Fresh, brands like you all, people are really, like, a lot of the big boys are really starting to hurt. That's why, I'm gonna give y'all some funny shit right now to laugh at. You know how you can really tell when I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and this is just my experience. You know how you can really tell when the designer's like really jacked up, when they start posting like inspirational shots and it ain't got really nothing to do with what they sell.
Right.
It's just like, oh, that's what you're doing, bro. Exactly. And it's just like, listen, we all get it. The time a lot of y'all were on top, y'all were so busy, not being hospitable to people, not trying to reach out to brothers and sisters in your community that only wanted to show you love. Now they don't want it anymore.
Yeah.
Right. Go ahead.
You bring up a good point. We're not going to name names, but Wood knows exactly what I'm talking about.
I don't care, but like, it's fine. The truth is the truth. I'm not lying, so I have nothing to hide.
When we started out, because I joined Wood probably 2017, 18.
Okay.
Yeah. We reached out to some guys that we had met previously.
Sure.
Top of the game, well known.
Right.
And it was, hey, we're kind of learning, we're stubbing our toe through this. We want to reach out, sit down with you. We don't want anything for free. We're going to pay for your time, your expertise, all of that. We don't want anything for free. We just want to be able to sit down, glean some information from you, etc. We got the, hey, if you want to talk to us, reach out to so-and-so and so. And it was like, nah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. That's a slap in the face when we told you what we were willing to bring, the value that we understood that you bring. We don't want anything for free. So but see, that's what you get in this industry, and it's got to change.
But this is what I think, though, and I'll go one deeper for you, because see, me, again, I can see through the mumbo jumbo. I can see through it. See, the problem is you have a hard time selling expertise when there is no expertise. How can you sell it if you don't have it? See, you don't have it, because this is what I'm saying. Y'all watched The Last Dance. I feel good performers in whatever you do, whether it's an athlete, whatever. I feel good performers perform when you need them to.
Yeah.
I don't need a 3-point shot when I'm up 20 in the fourth quarter. I need it when I'm down.
That's right.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So the problem has come where now, since the pandemic, it's put a lot of people in an interesting place, because I view the pandemic as really showing us what people can really do.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what it's just showing you what people can really do, because when you think about it, and y'all seen me talk about this all the time. Anyone who's still approaching this with that self-marketing approach, you're done. Not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? You can't, even with Rich Fresh, this is what I'm saying. Fresh has disabled so many people, because with his brand, how can you play the celebrity game when everyone's wearing his stuff? How?
Right.
You have to perform.
Yeah.
It's the only way you're going to work. And a lot of people cannot perform because there is no talent. And it is what it is. The talent's not there, or if it's there, it ain't got shit to do with designing.
That's right.
And Rich did something.
It ain't got nothing to do with designing.
No doubt. Rich did something very important. He created a very distinctive product in the pandemic that's essential. The mask. So my wife and I, we subscribe. We get 3 or 4 masks a month. My mom wants them. I got everybody that I see. They're like, wow, who's that? Then all I have to do is say, hey, check out LeBron. Did you see him wearing this same mask walking into the game? So take suits and track suits out of it. Just the mask alone was genius. Then you throw on top of it everything else. It's like he's winning, and pay homage. Hey, this is his time. This is his time right now.
Bro, it is his time. And I'll be honest with you, it's his time. And I would like to see more people from our community allow him to walk in his greatness. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let the brother walk in his greatness. That's where we run into problems, because people that are uncreative don't know how to let people have what's theirs. I don't understand why any designer on this planet at this point, let alone we'll just go with American designers, custom club, whatever. I don't know why anybody in their right mind think they can create something that is superior to him. Yeah. I don't know where in your mind you would think that. That's what that's equivalent to. Y'all seen The Matrix before?
Yep.
That's like Neo going to the guy in the gray suit. You can't do that. You're not going to beat someone who started something, who created it. It'll never happen.
Yeah.
Start all over, go to the lab, create something. But again, though, that's what y'all did. Like I told you, that the Woodbury crew night, crazy. When I saw that on the joint, I was like, damn, I need that. But I appreciate it. Y'all made it. It's something that, more importantly, it's something that resonated with y'all. That is why it resonates with me. When I see the product, you know what I'm saying? It's a different level of connection when a person is actually designing, opposed to someone just throwing something on something.
Right.
That's why peak lapel suit don't mean anything now, because everyone's doing them.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everyone is doing the peak lapel with the rope shoulder and the 5 buttons on the sleeve. Like everyone's doing that. It's not special anymore.
Yeah. All your buttons kissing. All your buttons got herpes.
Like, it's just like, come on. Like, I mean, you see like a lot of this, Mr. A and I, we call it feature dressing. And that's really where a lot of it is. Like, it's very annoying to see a guy with like a 4-inch peak lapel, like a 5-inch neckband width on the collar.
Right.
Like, it's just like, it's so annoying to see like things just exaggerated to a level that it doesn't need to be exaggerated to when the person is just lacking skill and execution. You don't have to do any of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, but see, that's what RBM Media Group is really about. Really teaching guys sophistication in men's dress. That's really one of the main goals of it. Teaching sophistication, experience. Anybody can put clothes on.
That's right.
Anybody can put on clothes, you know?
That's right. That's right. Listen, man, let's go. Let's hit a little rapid fire real quick. Give me some of your thoughts on these things. What's your favorite article of clothing?
Oh man, my favorite article of clothing. Yikes.
That's hard for sartorialists.
Yeah, because you know why? I tell you why it's so hard for me, because in all honesty, I really look at everything equally.
Right.
So it all kind of the same purpose, because it's like if the suit is right and the tie is off, I'm screwed. The tie could be right, but the collar could be wrong. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's just
say that again.
I mean, yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's just the small things of like I guess if I had to choose, I would guess the part that I probably have the most fun with, I will probably say like my ties, because it's a personality piece for me. And I try to make sure all of my ties, well, really everything that I wear, but really my ties are a true example of my personality. That's why my ties are typically aggressive and like bright and punchy, because I like it to be an example of who I am. I like people to see exactly who the hell they're dealing with. And face value, you know what I'm saying? So those small things matter. But if I had to choose, I probably would say the tie. Yeah. Probably say tie.
So, yeah, for me, my question is, what is the most underappreciated aspect that guys don't execute well?
Most underappreciated? Well, now what are we talking? Like wardrobe, or are we talking execution? Like which one?
So I'm talking execution. People don't look at hosiery. They wear the wrong socks all the time. Or
okay, so you know what? Like, oh man, that's such a loaded question. Because like, honestly, I think it's a little bit of everything, because, well, you know what? No, one underappreciated aspect of dressing. You know what? I lied. Shoes. Yes, sir. Shoes are super because what happens is you have guys now. Like when I was at Ralph Lauren and I used to do visual merchandising, you want to make your look, your ensemble, all of those pieces need to look like they're going to the same place. All of those items, yeah. Right? So I've seen guys like with like a really nice suit or a semi-decent suit, but the shoes, the quality level isn't there. Because like at this point, I feel like brands, like, and I'm just being honest, for any guy that really considers himself like a dresser, like an authentic style, like a guy that really dresses, I'm just saying, like, when you dress, like you got to be able to get away from like Cole Haan and Alan Edmonds. Like you have to be able to get away from that stuff. Like you have to be able to get away from it. Yep. And and the thing is, that's why a lot of times I write a little bit more now, because when you say these things, people get offended. But but who cares? This is 2021. Y'all need to step your game up. Cole Haan is not the answer. I don't care how much it costs or what you get it on sale. It's not the answer. It's not. Allen Edmond is a decent shoe. I think a lot of the younger guys learn more about shoes. Yeah. Learn whether an Italian shoe is better for you or an English shoe. Two completely different shoes, two different functions, but learn the aspect of it, opposed to just going to like Aldo or like Steve Madden and doing a photo shoot, because that is not the move. And you have to think about what that looks like to people that do have taste. You know what I mean? Like real talk. Imagine how serious Dr. Churchwell would have taken me if I would have approached him in that manner.
Right. Absolutely.
Like that stuff speaks volumes to people that are in the know. And that's what people need to be mindful of. But shoes though, like get a good pair of shoes, good shoes. And I want to say this too, you know, spend a few dollars on your shoes. You know, $400 is not a lot of money for a shoe. It's not. That is not a lot of money. It's not a lot of money. Spend 400, 500 plus, because would you rather spend, you know, 110 at Aldo or whatever they go for? Because I haven't been in a place like that in years. Whatever they sell their shoes. So would you rather buy 4 of those in a year, or just buy what you need and you have it?
Like I tell guys, I've got footwear that I've had for 10, 15 years.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
And you would know.
So the thing that helped me when I was kind of transitioning and transforming my style, being a sneakerhead.
Okay.
More is more. So it used to be, I've got this many shoes, so that means I've got a good collection.
Right.
Well, that works for sneakers, but when you get into menswear, less is more.
It's a little different. Yeah.
It's a lot different. And so guys have to realize that it's about the quality, not the quantity. Whereas, I got 200 pair of Jordans. Okay, that might work in that arena, but in this arena, get you 4 pair of shoes. They were, you know, foundational pieces of great quality, and you start there.
You know, I'll tell you what's an interesting question. Like, to be honest, because, you know, I meet sneakerheads. You know, I live in Atlanta. You know, I meet sneakerheads, and, you know, I've talked to folks, man. You know, man, I got 100 pairs of Jordans, and I'm just like, where do you wear that to? You know what I'm saying? Because like where do you wear those? Because like I don't have the time. Like seriously, I don't have the time, or I'm not in too many occasions where I can wear a pair of sneakers. You know, the only time I really wear sneakers is when my girl and I work out. That's it.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's just interesting to me, because I'm like, you know, people collecting these shoes. I'm like, where are you wearing them to? Like even like pre-pandemic. Where were you wearing 200 pair of Jordans?
Yeah, and that's
what'd you say?
And that's not a knock on those
not at all.
Who invest in, who are
the
investment side of that, because they see a need. They see these cats that's got 100 pair of Jordans.
Yeah, so man,
they supplying a need. So you know, shout out to all the investors out there.
But hey, here's a practical answer to that. So I worked at Foot Locker and stuff in college. And so I bought shoes then. Foot has been the same size for 20 years almost. So I still had a lot of my pairs. Well, when my daughter was born, I got laid off.
Oh, man.
So I had all of these shoes and I started selling them.
Oh, wow.
$400 a pop. That's light bill. That's
that's light. Yeah. You got it done.
And so I was able to actually flip them and it actually worked for me. So what I do now is I only buy the shoes that I saw Michael wear, which isn't as many as what come out. So my collection is extremely low, but I grew up on Jordan. So, you know, it's different from a 23-year-old who never saw him play, just buying sneakers. But that mindset can mess you up because it's all about the show. I'm wearing these so somebody else can look at me and be like, oh, he's got those. That's the mindset.
And you know what? That's kind of, and you know what? That's the thing that, even too, that's one of the things that I'm hoping with the publication, we can kind of get that mindset, if you will, out of a lot of people's, you know, that thought process, you know, just the thought. Some of us have the want to keep up too much, you know, opposed to just doing, you know, riding your ride, riding your journey. you know, and that's one thing that I do, especially now with the project. You know, I call it blinders, because people always ask me all the time. They like, have you seen such and such? And I'll be like, nah. You know, like for what?
Right.
Well, what I like, I don't want to read that shit. Like, what do I need to buy it for? I could care less about what they're doing. Yeah, so that's the thing. I don't really read other magazines. Like, I really, you know, I don't really read them because, like Steve Jobs, you know, like when they will always ask him about what Dell was doing, he'd be like, I don't know, could care less.
Right.
I have too much product to sell. Yeah. Couldn't tell you about it at all. And that's really the approach that we take at RBM Media Group, you know, being fearless, but also giving the culture and the community the education that they need. You know, Wood and Dre, y'all appreciate this about me. I don't get caught up in the names and little stuff like that. I don't get caught up in that because it doesn't matter. It's all about the skill set, you know?
That's right.
That's what it's about. Like I told my girl this the other day and she was laughing. I said, sweetheart, I said, if his name was Cassius Clay or Muhammad Ali, it doesn't really change the fact that he would still whoop your ass. It doesn't matter.
Yes.
Nothing's changed. Yes. Same person. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing switched over here. Like, the name is different, but like, honestly, I don't even want to go back and forth with people. I'm really here to inspire the culture and teach guys. And you know, y'all will be surprised. I really have not gotten a lot of love from a lot of these Black pages. Like, I have not gotten a lot of love, you know? And I think a lot of them just feel delegitimized, I guess would be the term for it. But I mean, on the flip side, that's not my fault. You know, I like people are getting mad at me because they started pages that went well. And then 3 years later, people are finding out that they don't know anything. It's not my fault.
Right.
Nobody will ever be able to tell me I'm not RBM Media Group.
Right.
No one will ever be able to tell me that. Right. So like I said, it goes back to our conversation about Rich Fresh. This is a time now where the people that can really perform and the people that have really good skill sets are coming to the forefront. And a lot of the individuals that was just kind of riding the wave, you know, and lived in that world of mediocrity, man, that shit is over.
Yeah.
It's over now because, I mean, the climate's changed. The economics is different now. People spend money different. People don't have the extra $1,500 just to spend on whatever. Or if they have it, they hold it much more close now.
Yeah,
correct.
Anybody in retail will tell you that.
Yeah.
Information is the new product now.
Information is the new product. Exactly. And what happens is, and this is what's interesting about it, and this is where I talk about people not getting into things if you don't have a competitive advantage. See, me coming to the forefront, me having I have a competitive advantage just off the strength of me having a publication, me being familiar with the style world, and me having a Black perspective, because it has not really been delivered from that point of view. Every point of view has been Mr. Flusser. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the world-renowned people. So, I have a advantage. And as you all see, when you say information is the new product, you see a lot of people are struggling with that.
Yep.
A lot of people are struggling with that. They like, because that's the thing that I know. When it comes to men's dress and decorum, a lot of these guys don't know the bells and whistles. A lot of guys don't know that. That's why a lot of times you seeing certain people, it's only like Paul Stewart. They're a brand. Y'all follow Paul. Y'all know about Paul Stewart, right? If you look at their page, they're a brand where if you look at the way they're formulating their content, it's very teachable. It's very information based. But when you're dealing with a brand like that has 30, 40 years of heritage, 30 years of ad campaigns, they can play that game.
That's right.
They can play that game because they got vintage archives. But when you're in a place now to where you've positioned yourself to be a person that you're not, and this has happened in many different instances. Mm-hmm. If you position yourself to be a designer, the designer, and you're not the designer, you've been exposed. If you've positioned yourself to be the Instagram page, you've probably been exposed by this point because the marketing wheel has turned.
Yep.
And you need to be prepared. And I try and tell guys that get into clothes. I mean, how many guys do y'all know that are no longer in custom clothing?
Yeah.
How many guys do y'all know that are no longer in the business?
Tons of bodies in the rear view.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what I'm saying. It's a serious thing. See, a lot of people, Wood, Andre, you all are like me. We get dressed. Most people put on clothes.
Right.
See, the brothers that get dressed, we still around. We ain't going nowhere. We're going to be here.
That's right.
Whereas a lot of the people that's been playing games, putting on clothes, it's not working because people don't want that anymore. People want to deal with the best now. People want to deal with the absolute best. They don't mind paying the money, but it's a lot of different things in it. That's why a lot of these guys. I don't mind because, again, I'm a menswear journalist. This is what I do. I've had many people reach out to me that they didn't like what I said. And I don't give a damn. I'm a journalist. This is what I do. I write about men's style. I write about menswear. I write about what's going on in the community. That's what I do.
That's right.
I mean, and a lot of the brands. So Rich Fresh is popping. There's another brand, sister in Brooklyn. The name of her brand, she was in our first issue. Michael Men. Did y'all see that?
Yes.
This sister is off the chain. She's up in Brooklyn. Whew, she's killing it.
Yeah.
Vogue just featured her. And she does menswear accessories, hosiery, pocket squares, ties, beautiful stuff, man. But y'all definitely gotta check her out. But that's what I'm loving. All of these good Black brands are just coming out of nowhere. And I do love the fact that more and more Black people are patronizing. And as we get more of the publication out, we're looking to, usher more people into patronizing the community and getting people to see that we as the Black community, we have luxury opportunities and experiences as well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
absolutely.
People are going to malls for luxury experiences. You know what I'm saying? And when you really think about that, it's just okay. When you really think about it. Yeah, y'all know about this. Y'all in the show,
Yeah, people got to know that just because it's Black doesn't mean that the luxury is not there, that the quality is not there as well. That's a mindset that we really got to work on. Before we wrap up,
but you know what though? But let me say this though. I think a lot of that goes into the way typically we are educated. See, prime example, with RBM Media Group. I decided to start showing the best of what comes out of our community, right? That's what I decided to do. As you can see, the value's there, so more people are starting to do it now.
Right.
The value's there, but I think a lot of it just goes back to what you were saying, Andre, the mindset. Why am I the first guy to do this in 2020?
Right.
That's the question that I've been asking you. There were when I first started, and y'all saw me last year around this time when I was going off. I know y'all saw that stuff. I was going crazy last year around this time. But I had people reaching out to me, telling me how I should conduct myself, XYZ this, telling me how I should do it. And I said, well, if you know so much, then why didn't you do it? Right. You got 30 years in the game.
Yeah.
Why didn't you do it? And that's where, I've kind of run into issues because for me, I'm one of those guys. I'm not an asshole. I just like to be clear about what's going on.
Right.
A lot of times that's taken as me being having a certain personality, but I just like to be clear on things. And I think a lot of it is that mindset, right? Of people, what we talk about in music, what we talk about in the videos,
yes,
AP, yes. You know what I'm saying? But again, that's another problem. I mean, if you're looking to Yo Gotti for style inspiration, that's a problem. That's a problem. I'm just saying. I'm not saying the brother make bad music. I'm not saying the brother make bad music. I'm not saying that the brother makes great music. But I'm saying if he is your source for style inspiration, that is a major league problem.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to usher the culture into men all around knowing Avery, knowing Dr. A. So then at that point, 5 years from now, when these conversations are being had, Black men can say, wait a minute, are you familiar with the Nat King Cole signature tuxedo?
Right.
I never saw Frank Sinatra wear that.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? These are the conversations that I want to be had. And the thing is, my approach is a little in your face, but I mean, if it wasn't in your face, how would you see it?
That's
It
right.
ain't like somebody else gonna talk about it. Yeah,
especially if we're not looking for it.
you're right. They're not looking for it. I mean, it's man. Listen, man, we got some really with the magazine. So just so you all know, we will be doing, and I want everyone to see this. So our next issue comes out in March. The issues will be, everyone should be receiving their issues this week. Obviously, the snowstorms and everything that took place slowed us down all around. We got magazines just sitting right now, but the magazines, everyone should have their orders by the end of the week. And actually, our next issue comes out in March because we do 6 issues a year. We didn't get to get our issue out in January, so we're catching ourselves up. We're going to put something out in March, and then after that, we'll be bi-monthly. So my next issue will be May, and then I'll be bi-monthly after that. But we have another issue that will be available in like, what is today? Today's the 20th. So yeah, like next month.
Word.
Sweet.
Yeah, man.
So
So
tell
yeah.
people how they can get the magazine, where they can go, so everybody can either get the physical copy or the digital. I actually have a digital copy, and enjoy that just as well. So
the digital and physical copies are available on realblackmenswear.com. The physical format is sold out right now. We'll be restocking it this week. So in just a few days, it'll be available. But if you want something to read current or right now, the digital copy is always available, and that's realblackmenswear.com. And if you ordered your magazine, we apologize. The weather's been bad, but we'll be getting the rest of those issues should be delivered this week. And too, this was fun, man. We got to start doing this. We have to start doing this more often because I do like the nature of an unedited discussion, and also a discussion where, also discussions where you can tell the truth, and you don't want to feel like you're bombarded, by it.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Well, man, we appreciate you coming on, Jay. This has been phenomenal. I hope everybody listening and watching has got something from these episodes. Please look for the RBM Media Group IG. Go to the website, realblackmenswear.com. Support. And Jay, again, appreciate your time, man. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, man, listen, anytime, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all be cool.
Indeed,
See you,
bro.
Man. Everybody,
My
take
man,
care.
please.
This has been
Yes,
the
sir.
Woodbury Word. Peace.
Peace.